A successful LMIA or labor market impact assessment application really needs proper communication to the immigration officer. Specifically, it needs to be well articulated to the officer as to what efforts have you made as the employer to hire Canadians. So five main things to keep in mind when we're submitting the LMIA application are as follows. The first one is, what means have you taken to recruit and train Canadians? This is extremely important. You can demonstrate this by advertisements and so forth, but don't just copy and paste or print out the advertisement and this ad in the application. Explain the efforts a little bit more in detail. How many people did you interview? Why didn't you like those individuals that were interviewed? What are the pros and cons? So it definitely needs to be fleshed out more than just, here's what I posted on Job Bank Canada, and I didn't find a Canadian, so I'm hiring a foreign national. So explain it a little bit more further as to how much more effort you've made into the application, so that the officer understands that the Canadians are not readily available to take on that position. Again, it goes back to the same point, but number two is, why did you have a difficulty recruiting Canadians? So sometimes it could be the fact that your position or the job offer that you're making is in a remote area, or the individual requires to travel, or there's a specific educational requirement or work experience that you need for this job that you advertised for, but you were not able to successfully find a Canadian candidate to do it. The third is, what are your plans to actually train a Canadian? And that's very important. A lot of applications or applicants that come to me, or employers, they forget this really key thing. So besides just doing the recruitments, you definitely have to still add a document that shows what efforts will you make to actually still continue to reach out to Canadians and train a potential Canadian to take on that position. The fourth is, when you want to explain to the immigration officer that should this LMIA application be approved and this candidate be allowed to work for your company, what benefits will this individual have to your company, to the economy, etc. So you want to flesh it out a little bit more as to the pros of hiring this foreign national. The fifth one is also that if you're in such need of this applicant, if you're willing to offer this individual a permanent full-time position, you want to outline this as well in your application to say, these are the efforts I've done in the past and now, and I've not been successful in hiring a Canadian. And for that reason, I'm also, should this individual pass their probation or whatnot, I'm also willing to offer a full-time permanent position for the foreign national, which you can also link back to saying that should this foreign national get his PR, obviously we can continue training potential Canadians as well. So definitely you need a little bit more than, here's the job posting that I did and please approve my LMIA application. You want to sit down, write it down, point by point as to what efforts you've done, what success have you seen, what not so successful things have you seen, such as interviews and whatnot you've conducted, and why this foreign national is extremely important for your organization. If you or your employer would like to discuss further the LMIA application and the process, give us a call. We're here to help. Thank you, and until next time.